Art? I can't afford to be late for this meeting.
Gave me the same excuse every day.
I always tell you the truth every... You know I will never disappoint you.
Everyone needs a hero, like Nokpa.
After Nokpa,
It is always Napa.
Nokpa for management of power.
Yes, you're welcome back. It's News Review brought to you by Wizamia Television, proudly sponsored by Nokpa Herbal. Should you saw it? And I still have with me Mofin Foluwati and Modelike and Ayomi Kwalawa. We're doing this together. Before we go into the continuation of the news, I remembered something, and this is unscripted. So on this day, 13 years ago, our nation actually lost a great and selfless president, Umar Musa Yar'Adua. And he was a man of peace, a man of justice, accountability, among several other good things. You know, when we look back at what Yar'Adua's tenure had for Nigeria, a lot of people will be like, wow, so this is love. So today we remember him for his life of service, dedication, and commitment to a united and prosperous nation. We continue to wish him a tranquil heaven rest, if there's anything like that. And we'll continue to anticipate more great leaders like Yar'Adua. So it just actually crossed my mind.
Yar'Adua was able to finish his tenure. He couldn't finish, but then the person who left there actually did well.
Well, of course.
Jonathan did not bojo Yar'Adua. Exactly. He actually did well, and I feel like in heaven, Yar'Adua would have felt like, yes, this is somebody I should have even left it for, left the old country. Exactly. Jonathan actually did well after Yar'Adua, and it's so sad that the man is dead. God bless the condolences to the family.
Let me look.
I will keep saying to them.
Wike's relationship with Tinubu won't last. Cabals will fight him, according to Primate Ayodele, the leader of INRI Evangelical Spiritual Church. Primate Elijah Ayodele has claimed that the relationship between Governor Nyesom Wike of Rivers State and the President-elect Bola Ahmed Tinubu will not last because there are several cabals and APC will come after him. And he also said this while after the whole Tinubu going to Rivers to meet Wike and the inauguration Ula Balu. He commented and he was like, the governor would be made to pay dearly for some of his actions in recent times. And he also noted that after the inauguration of the coming administration in May 2029, that some people have been expecting lion's share, and all them are boju because they will not end up getting anything, because appointments will break the ruling party. By the time Tinubu is trying to sort out, like I was saying, trying to say this one is the person that will work for my love, that it would actually break the party and also the people that are working, and even Wike is part of them. So he also said that after May 29, many things will change and several things will turn around. So those who actually expected lion's share that, okay, when Tinubu comes back, Tinubu will give me like a plot of house in Aja, I'll be the pipe to Tinubu's throat. All of them will be shanked.
I don't know why anybody would say they will still break up, because that's what it feels like.
Yeah, they will still break up.
Relationship, you don't go.
Breakfast.
I don't know. I don't know if Wike has actually offended this person for him to have said that. But I'm actually seeing from this person's perspective because Wike worked against PDP during the whole general election. Of course. And Wike did not because of that. He left the party. He still remained in the party. And he feels that if I work with the incoming administration, the Tinubu's led administration, of course, Tinubu will not say, I actually to an extent worked for him, so he wouldn't just leave me. What about those that actually remained in APC?
Sorry to cut you in. The same way Tinubu would not leave in, Tinubu has said, I owe you nothing. So he just declared.
No. The I owe you nothing is as regards the project.
It was actually okay. Wike was becoming entitled.
Exactly.
That we've done this job, so sir, as I say, I invite you, you come. So Tinubu then said it clearly that
nothing. So for the people in APC, what would happen to them? Those that did not work against PDP, that are still, of course, they will still be part of Tinubu's cabinet. What would happen to them? So do you think those ones will just sit down and be looking for Tinubu to come and pick you that worked against your own party from another party?
Like a possible slide or mole.
It was a slide. It was a mole for the People's Democratic Party during the old general election.
Yeah.
It's just apparent. It's obvious. It's basic knowledge that I feel like Tinubu, like you said, competence I feel like he's a man of honor. He wouldn't want to do something that would jeopardize his own administration. He would want to pick those that, of course, you people worked for me. I can't just let you go. And it's during the whole thing. It's also like Wike came out to
own up to it.
Own up to the fact that he's supporting Tinubu.
No.
He was not running up and down. He's doing so it's also like he did it with his own full chest. And I don't think Tinubu would even. No, I'm not going to say that.
Okay, no government, no single government finishes every. No, I just want to, because maybe before I was born, if there was somebody, so that somebody would just pick it out. Hey, no, wait, somebody.
Okay.
So no single government finishes every job needed before leaving office. Presidency insists. The presidency has justified the inability of the President Muhammadu Buhari to be able to complete some projects in the country before his exit on May 29. The special assistant to the President Buhari on media and publicity, Femi Adesina, has said in an article issued on Thursday night that the president, who is expected to hand over the power by May 29 to Bola Ahmed Tinubu in the next few weeks, is finishing well. And he said that several projects, including the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway, Second Niger Bridge, and many others will be completed before the president bows out. He said that the president has done his honest bet and he has succeeded well, and his footprint will be indelible in the sand on time. And he specifically said that it is just as normal, that it's not like any government could have single-handedly finished all the projects they list out. They might have actually listed out maybe like 200 and they should do one. It's part of it. So Tinubu now, not Tinubu, okay, Tinubu is not here.
Buhari.
I'm fantasize Tinubu. Okay, Buhari now actually promised us that in 2015 that by the end of his tenure, we would say bye to anything that has to do with generator, candle, solar. Oh, sorry, there was not even solar as at that time. It was just generator, candle, flashlight, among several other things. But now we needed to add solar because So now, Buhari also promised us that they will be paying some youth, undergraduates or something, some money. They said that some households will be benefiting from some money, even though they always bring it to us that 10,000 is being given to some households every month.
Monthly.
By monthly. And also, he promised us that by the end of his tenure, we would say no to poverty. From 80-something million, they want to reduce it to 2.1 million. Unemployment. It says the same thing about unemployment, good roads, economy, stabilization, among several other things. And him leaving the office is, Yoruba was saying, oh, Shabo le gbe mi, shemi bo she ba mi, but Buhari couldn't gbe us, and he left us so worse. So, and Femi Adesina is still telling us that, okay, fine, I get it that my principal has done some things that are not right, but then this is just like it's normal, because you don't expect every government that comes up to your face to tell you they want to do something and finish everything. So it's just like it's normal thing, but my principal has done a good job.
You see this Femi, what's my you see Femi, I said, government is not supposed to create job for people, employment opportunities and all of those things. You see Femi is, giving a kind of is trying to justify
the failure of his principal.
Sincerely speaking, we've so far so good in Nigeria. At least there is no government that never finished whatever project they must have promised the citizens. But I feel like it's not supposed to be that way. When you know that this thing I'm doing, I'm trying to promise, it's not even realistic. I don't think I'll be able to realize these goals. Well, then why promise them? You see, I'm still going to make reference to Tinubu. Tinubu is, at no point in time did Tinubu ever come out to tell us. He must have written it. He must have, said it in one. But he didn't address Nigerians. He did not attend any form of debate or anything to say, this is what I want to do. This is what I want to do. It is only when he goes for campaign he will say, if you do not vote, you will eat soaked sliced bread or agbado, cassava, and those things. They are still very, very realistic. So Tinubu is a man of wisdom. Let me put it that way. So for Tinubu now, he has not even promised us, I will make good roads, I will do this, I will do that. So nobody will do anything.
The only thing he promised us is that regardless of your cries and shouts, I will remove full subsidy.
And that alone, of course, what is there to remove subsidy? It is Nigerians that will suffer for it. Fine. If I want to admit that there is no government that can actually finish. Now, this is not about incompetence. This is about you might even want to do things, and there are some people that will work against
several hindrances.
So it's actually very, very possible. But Femi said,
Femi only came out calm down, sir. And rounding off with the story, I was forced to marry 3 Boko Haram terrorists. Kidnapped Chibok girls narrates 9 years ordeal in captivity. One of the kidnapped schoolgirl from the government girls secondary school, Chibok, who was recently rescued by the troops of Nigerian Army, Awuwa Malta, has narrated that her ordeal in the hands of the terrorists was actually a gruesome one. Martha recounted that she was forced to marry 3 Boko Haram members while she was in the terrorist den for 9 years after their abduction in April 2014. And the Theatre Commander Northeast Joint Operation, Adinkai, Major General Ibrahim Ali, Cantonment in Maduguri, said Malta and Esther Marcos, both serial number 2 and 103 in the list of the missing victim, were rescued on April 21st, 2023 by troops of 114 Task Force Battalion Beta at Lagara under the 21 Armored Brigade Bama during operation. He explained that during the old captivity, Malta got married to one at Gulukos, a village in Sambisa Forest, to one Salman, a cameraman for Abubakar Shekau. Salman later died in Lake Chad, he said, and thereafter they had to get him married to Malam Mohammed in Gobara and had 2 children for him, who later died due to sickness. Mohammed, her second husband, was also killed in Ukaba terrorist enclaves in Sambisa Forest during the clashes between Boko Haram and ISWAP. And he had Awa was about 8 months and 2 weeks pregnant during the time of her rescue, delivered a bouncing baby boy on April 28, 2023, while undergoing thorough medical examination along with her baby Fatima at 7 Division Medical Hospitals and Services. The whole storyline is just that 2 people were actually rescued on April 21st by the troops, and it was indeed a good one, at least, though we still recall that around last month they had some memorial for them, and they actually said that there are still over hundreds of them in captivity. So now the troops have been able to rescue 2 of them, and the 2 that came, I don't know, these people can actually not be normal.
They were 17 during the attack, and now they are 26, 9 years. And for this Malta, she's breastfed 3 children.
3 children.
And my one point is, the whole thing is so saddening, and I don't even want to start, talking about it. But my point is, you know these people by names, you know them by address, you even know the name of the village
that they gave
so what's the problem? What's stopping you from just...
I think that's just like the something I still cannot wrap my head around, when it comes to all this. Okay, now, there is a fight between Boko Haram and ISWAP, and they are killing themselves. ISWAP will fight against Nigeria, Boko Haram will fight against Nigeria, Boko Haram and ISWAP will fight against each other. Can't we just, at least, okay, fine, the way they were able to rescue these girls, okay, then go there, take all, I don't know if it is not so easy.
Buhari was saying that during his regime, he was able to recruit over 60,000 military men. So that does not mean, that's just to show that we have enough men. And of course, that is their job description. That is why they are military. They are there to just protect the safety and security of the country and of the citizens. Yeah, sure. So it is not like you don't have enough resources. It's not like you don't have enough human resources as well. So what is stopping? You just need to, at least we see movies, even if I've not been abroad, I've seen a lot of American movies, how they strategize. In fact, if you know, I say one thing every time, that these people actually want to work, they will work.
Of course.
How do you think they were able to rescue some train victims, some, in the Abuja to Kaduna train,
and the same one in Edo, the train
they were able to
Edo.
rescue. So it requires a lot of strategy, and it's been 9 years. If anything is going to be done, it should have been done. That's my point. So you know these people by their names. You know that one person is a cameraman, one person is a water fetcher. You know the village,
the task, everything.
Exactly. So what's stopping the government from just getting into this?
I feel we still need a lot of explanation. Probably we have an expert in this field, to come up to tell us something, because it's quite fishy, and a lot of things is just so fishy. On this note, I am rounding off today's news review and the news review for this week. If you're just joining us, this is a news review brought to you by Wizomia Television, the #1 informing platform, educating platform, entertaining platform in Nigeria. Oh, better still, in the world. Okay, so we will be rounding off today, and we'll be meeting up with you next week, because news review is from Monday to Friday. But regardless, we have amazing and breathtaking content, programs that you will love. Some other programs are coming up after, and you should always stay tuned to Wizomia Television. Until next time we'll be doing this, I remain Ayomikun Alawo, doing this with Mufin Folua or Delike. Please live with a lot of love, joy, peace, and happiness. Bye.